The rain hammered against the corrugated iron roof of the patrol car, a relentless drumming that mirrored the anxiety twisting in Elias Thorne's gut. Hollow Creek, just the name tasted like ash in his mouth. It had been a month since the mansion had gone up, a sudden inferno that had consumed the Blackwood estate and left a scar on the land and in the hearts of the few remaining residents. He was proud of it, Deputy Miller mumbled, more to himself than to Thorne. Blackwood, said he, tamed the sorrow here, made it something beautiful. Thorne grunted, his eyes fixed on the skeletal remains of the mansion, no little more than a blackened shell against the perpetually overcast sky. Beautiful. That's what Blackwood had called his twisted experiments, his dabbling in things that should have remained buried. They were here for Elara, a wisp of a girl, 7 years old, orphaned by the blaze and now under the dubious care of the county. She hadn't spoken a word since the fire, simply stared ahead with eyes that seemed to hold the weight of centuries. She carried a silver locket, a heart of Hollow Creek, they called it. It felt on the pulsing darkness held within a fragile casing. Something's not right about her, Miller continued, his voice tight with apprehension. The way she doesn't react doesn't feel anything. Thorne nodded, recognizing the same unsettling feeling that had plagued him since they first laid eyes on the girl. She was a conduit, he suspected, a key to something far older and far more dangerous than Blackwood had ever known. Suddenly, the rain stopped. An unnatural stillness fell over Hollow Creek, the silence punctuated only by the crackling of embers still smouldering within the ruins. From the shadows, a figure emerged, tall and gaunt, wreathed in an oppressive darkness. A featureless mask obscured his face, reflecting the grey sky like a polished void. Elias Thorne, the figure said, his voice a smooth, condescending whisper that seemed to slither into Thorne's mind. And Deputy Miller, I am Arion, emissary of the Grand Repository. Thorne instinctively reached for his Colt 45. Miller followed suit, his hand trembling slightly. The Grand Repository? Thorne asked, his voice guarded. A place of preservation, Arion replied, his tone dismissive. A repository of lost knowledge, forgotten souls, and artifacts of significant power. We are interested in acquiring one such artifact currently in your possession. He gestured towards Elara, who hadn't reacted to his arrival, her gaze fixed on some unseen point in the distance. She's under our protection, Thorne said, his grip tightening on his weapon. Arion tilted his head slightly, a gesture that felt like a mockery. Protection? You are mere custodians. She is connected, a vital link. And what do you intend to do with her? Miller demanded, his voice shaking. Arion ignored him, his attention solely on Thorne. The heart of Hollow Creek holds a resonance. A key, if you will. It allows access to a realm beyond your comprehension. We're not handing her over, Thorne said, the defiance burning in his chest. Arion's form flickered momentarily, as if the very air struggled to contain him. You misunderstand your place. Resistance isn't productive. With a speed that defied human perception, Arion's hand shot out. A shimmering wave of energy pulsed outwards, knocking Thorne and Miller off their feet. Before they could recover, Arion's hand closed around Elara's, and she vanished in a swirl of shadows, leaving behind only the scent of ozone and the lingering echo of a mocking whisper. She belongs to the repository now, Arion's voice echoed in the sudden silence. And your interference has been duly noted. Then he too disappeared, leaving Thorne and Miller sprawled on the rain-soaked ground, the taste of ash heavy on their tongues, knowing they had failed. A vast, unknowable darkness had just descended upon Hollow Creek, and they were powerless to stop it.